Good evening, Professor. Today, my classmate Joshua Velasquez and my person Virginia Santa Maria, we are going to be asking and answering some questions about the discussion on homeschooling. And Joshua, the first question today is, do you think homeschooling is a good idea?
Yeah, why not? Uh, there are cases in which students learn more from homeschooling, but their parents have to be there to help them a little more.
And what are the advantages of homeschooling?
I think that the main advantage is not having to travel back and forth, and maybe that they have all the books there, the materials in their houses.
And what kind of children benefit from homeschooling?
I think that kids that know how to work by themselves, kids that get bullied at school, and maybe kids who have someone there in their houses to help them to study.
Would you have preferred homeschooling or going to school?
I would prefer going to school because in that way I have more communication and contact with the teachers, professors, subjects, other students.
Do you think homeschooling hinders a child's development?
That may be the case in some kids, but it's a fact that not in everyone.
Do children who are homeschooled get the social skills they need?
No, but when a kid gets homeschooled, um, it's good to enroll them on sports or some activities that involves in interaction with others.
How do parents get all the materials they need for homeschooling?
I think that they will have to get in contact with the schools so they provide them with the materials that they will need.
A report found that 58.9% of adults who were homeschooled are very happy with life, compared with 27.6% from the general US population. Is this a good reason to encourage homeschooling?
Yeah, and it depends on the situation of the country or even the individuals if they want to be homeschooled or not.
Would you be different today if you'd been homeschooled?
Maybe I will be a little more shy or not, who knows.
Is homeschooling gaining popularity in your country?
Yes, definitely. Because of the pandemic, we switched to virtual and homeschooling, and that may be the way that we continue to study on a hybrid method of teaching.
Okay, thank you for your answers.
Okay, it's my time to give you the questions. Number one, would you consider homeschooling your children?
And yes, I would consider it. Since my son was born, I have dedicated myself to his upbringing. And my partner and I want to our son to grow up with the love of one another until he's a little older.
Parents homeschool their children because they think they can educate their children better than schools. Do you think they can?
Yes, it could be if they take courses or prepare and acquire the necessary knowledge, and it, of course, it is possible.
Okay. An American report says homeschool children do much better academically than school children. What do you think about this?
Well, I think it makes sense. These children are at home the whole day under the supervision of their parents, so this creates greater responsibility.
Homeschooling avoids many problems such as bullying. Should government encourage more homeschooling?
I do not agree. I think that the problem must be treated at its root, so the government must create campaigns to eradicate the bullying.
A United States report stated, where possible, children should be withheld from formal schooling until at least ages 8 to 10. Do you agree?
I agree. I think that children during their childhood need their parents more than anyone. So when entering the adolescent, it is necessary, like to take off a little and socialize more with the rest of the children.
Would you know how to homeschool your children?
To be honest, no, I don't feel prepared yet, but in my career we are taught something about teaching, so it can be achieved with effort.
Okay. Do you think government should pay parents for homeschooling?
Yes, I do. As long as the parents do it for their children, not just for the money, this would be a normal job, even with overtime. So why not?
Number 8. Do you think homeschool children would easily adapt to school?
Yes, I do. I think it would be a new stage with much to discover, and this would encourage them.
Do you think kids who go to school would like homeschooling?
No, I don't think so. It would be difficult to stop like chatting with the rest of the people, with talking and playing during the break, stop socializing, and always being at home. It would be sad for children.
Yeah. Last question. Do you think children would prefer homeschooling or regular schooling?
Well, I think it depends. I think that children in early years would prefer homeschooling, but as they are growing up, they will want to share with other children and go to regular school.
Okay, that was the last question. Thank you, Virginia, for this interview. Thanks, Professor, for watching. Have a nice day.